Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with my daughter again, Amanda, and so we are in her kitchen, and so today we are making her recipe for smoked macaroni and cheese. So I am just going to let her take over and go from there.
Okay. Okay, so a lot of people were asking for side dishes. This necessarily isn't a Thanksgiving side dish, but it is macaroni and cheese. But we do it on the smoker. You can do this recipe in the oven, but my family loves to do smoked meat, so smoked mac and cheese was the next step, and they absolutely love it. So first thing, I have one block of softened cream cheese in this bowl. And this is not a healthy recipe, so if you're worried about calories or, it's not for you. So
Right.
One block of softened cream cheese, and then I add a 12-ounce bag of macaroni.
Now, does it matter the macaroni yet? Because these look kind of bigger than regular macaroni.
This is large elbow macaroni.
Okay.
You can use whatever macaroni you want.
Yeah.
I just use the elbow macaroni.
Yeah.
When I do the macaroni, I only cook it about 80% of the way, I guess.
Okay.
Because it's going to sit in the smoker, and with all the cheese and stuff, it is going to soften up more, so I don't want it to be mushy.
Oh, okay.
So I just mix in with the cream cheese first to get it all coated and melted on there while the macaroni's still hot. And then as I'm mixing this, I next add my butter. So it is 1 stick of butter.
Melted.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, before I forget, we are going to do sort of a keto version of this as well. So it's the same exact recipe, you just use cauliflower.
Nice.
Cauliflower is a great replacement for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and my kids hated cauliflower, but they love it when I make it like this.
Nice.
So get that cream cheese nice and mixed up. And then I add the 1 stick of butter, and it is melted a little bit. Okay. And I use salted butter. I mean, you could use unsalted if you wanted, but I use salted butter. And then get that all mixed up in there. And then next I use a thing of evaporated milk. This is a 12-ounce can.
Pour the whole can in?
Yes, I do the whole
okay.
can. Seems like a lot, but don't worry.
Okay.
Don't use condensed milk. Make sure it's evaporated.
Okay, right.
I shared this recipe with a friend, and she used condensed milk and called me crying and said it was the grossest thing ever. And I started laughing at her. Condensed milk and evaporated milk are 2 separate things.
Yes.
So do not use condensed milk. So mix that in really good. And then next I usually start to add my spices. So I have 1.5 tablespoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of black pepper. I know 1.5 tablespoons of salt seems like a lot, but it's a lot of noodles, and if I've tried to add less and you just can't taste it. So
Right.
I mean, you can add to your liking, but this is what I do because this makes a whole pan of mac and cheese.
Right.
So I mix that up. I feel like the spices mix better before I add the cheese in. Get 1 tablespoon of that.
Yeah.
And then right here I have 1 tablespoon of each. So I have basil, parsley, and oregano. So 1 tablespoon of each of those, basil, parsley, and oregano. And then my mom's right here adding 1 tablespoon of garlic, and I just use this chopped garlic.
Okay.
You usually buy in the produce section.
Right.
And yes, again, 1 tablespoon seems like a lot, but once it's all mixed in, it's not.
Right,
So,
because of all the noodles.
all the noodles and all the cheese and stuff, and it
Okay.
distributes pretty
Nice.
good. So We just want to mix that in, and it smells really good once you start mixing it in.
Yeah, it does smell
smells
good. Yeah.
amazing, and it's not even cooked yet.
Right.
So. Okay, so next I've got 2 eggs. So I put the eggs in mostly just for a binding agent, you know, it helps keep the noodles and everything. So this will be cheesy and gooey, but it will also have some form to it, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, you could cook it longer, I guess, and make it more like a casserole, but we like it still gooey.
Yeah.
But yeah, do the cheese. So I've got the cream cheese. That's my first one. And then I have 6 ounces of grated Parmesan, just regular grated Parmesan you put on pizza or whatever. So mix that in. And should be an ASMR video, the sound of the noodles mixing in. But
yeah, I can hear it. It smells good though too.
Yeah, so right here I've got 2 cups of extra sharp cheddar, and you can use whatever kinds you like, but I like the diversity of the different ones. So I've got 2 cups of extra sharp cheddar, and then I've got 3 cups of mozzarella.
Oh, okay.
Again, seems like a lot, but
Right.
once it's all mixed in and cooked, it's not gonna be near what you're thinking. So mix this in, and when we put it on the smoker, we put it on 250 for 60 to 90 minutes. You know, your smoker, we don't have a fancy electric one, we've just got a big huge, you know, firebox smoker, so it can fluctuate, but 60 to 90 minutes, you just watch it until it gets done. If you, again, 250, you can use whatever type of wood you want. My husband's partial to like cherry wood, but again, whatever type you want. If you want to bake this in the oven, it's super good baked as well. I just throw it in the 13x9 pan. I put it on 350 for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. Just watch it, you know, if you want it to get done quicker, you know, obviously adjust your temp. But again, the same thing with cauliflower. You're gonna make it up, you know, exactly the same way, just with cauliflower.
Yeah, just add cauliflower and not the noodles.
Yeah, so I do this essentially same recipe, but I just use 1 big whole head of cauliflower, and I'll put it in a pan and bake it. So, you know, it just depends on how much you're making. You can half the recipe if, you know, you want to make a smaller pan.
And do you bake it the same on 350 or whatever?
I do exactly the same thing with my cauliflower. I do is I cook it about 75% of the way because it does cook. So in my smoker, I use these tin pans because I don't want my glass pans to get the dark smoke color. It's really hard to get off. Also, I double mine up. These are just cheap ones, but I double them up because this is heavy. So I just pour it in.
Now, have you smoked it also with the cauliflower?
Yes.
Oh, it turns out good?
Cauliflower turns out great as well.
Nice.
Nice. I know I was talking to my cousin, and like she said, some people have, they don't have a smoker, so they put them on their barbecue. You can take a little pan with wood chips and put it next to it, put a little water with the wood chips, and then, you know, make the fire more so under the chips, and it will help, you know, smoke. But we just use a regular smoker.
Nice. And
then we just put this in like that, and then.
Now, do you cover it?
No, so I don't, because you want the smoke to hit it.
Right.
So for the most part, we don't cover it. If it starts getting overdone, you can cover it to let it cook.
Right.
I mean, essentially, this would only need probably 30 minutes to cook, but we let it sit, like I said, for an hour. You want it to be open so the smoke hits it. So,
so
I don't.
Yeah, looks good. So
maybe close that curtain.
When you put it in the smoker on 250 for how long?
An hour to 90 minutes, just depends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just watch
Just
it.
keep checking on it
Yep.
and see. And then, so is it like the darker it gets, the more it gets done? I mean, how do you tell?
Yeah,
by
I mean,
that?
you just look at it. You don't want it to get dried out.
Right.
So,
Okay.
okay. I just keep an eye on it, until it looks done.
Okay.
But we're gonna go throw this on the smoker. Yeah, like I said, it takes about an hour, so we can't sit here and talk for an hour.
Right.
But I'm gonna throw it on the smoker, and then we'll come right back, and we'll have some done macaroni and cheese, and we'll cut it open and let my mom try it and see what she thinks.
Nice.
So we'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, we are back, and our mac and cheese have been in the smoker for what, an hour and a half or so?
It's been about 90 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
And so while we paused it, I made a quick little cauliflower one as well. So I'll just kind of put this close to the camera. Hopefully you can see it okay.
Right.
It's bubbly and it's dark and it's good. And it's super gooey. And I've also got the cauliflower one. Let me grab it right here. And that one is, gosh, the light's not very good.
Right.
Super gooey and dark as well.
Yeah, it looks good though, and it smells. I can smell the smokiness to it.
She walked in my house earlier and said it smells like Christmas food.
Well, it did.
Which is good, I guess.
Yes.
Christmas is always good.
That's a good thing.
So, because she's not had the smoked mac and cheese, I'm going to give her one of the corner pieces because it's got the crispy cheese on it.
Nice.
So, we'll do one of the corner pieces. And like I said, oops.
That's a lot.
It is. It's a big portion. But,
Right.
So,
Looks
I don't know
good.
if you can see that or not.
Yeah, it looks good. It's
dark and crispy, super gooey.
Turn the light on a little bit, or?
Okay, and then we'll let my mom try this, and then I'll also portion up this cauliflower.
A little better light.
Oops. Okay,
Wow.
and the cauliflower one doesn't stay together as good. This is a huge portion. I grabbed too much. But again, the mac and cheese, you can see the steaminess. It's very hot.
Right.
So,
Okay.
we'll let her try the mac and cheese and see what she thinks. The smoked mac and cheese. What do you think?
It's good. Mm-hmm.
Good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not too salty, right? The
No,
salt's
it's
perfect,
not.
right?
It's good. It's
Yeah.
like it mixes in really good, and it's not a real bad smoky flavor.
It's
It's
just
like it's just right.
perfect,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't overpower the
Yeah.
cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And then try the cauliflower,
Okay.
because I know you like cauliflower.
I do.
But so people who are on the keto diet again, and this would work. We were talking about it. This would work for, broccoli or potatoes, something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got the.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm. Yes, definitely.
And again, you could
very
use it as a
good.
Thanksgiving side dish if you wanted, but my family loves it all year.
Yeah.
When it's cold outside, it's nice to have, nice hot smoky food, but it's great at a barbecue. People are like, smoked mac and cheese, and the pan is always empty every time. So I definitely have to say, try it.
Right.
Definitely
Nice.
try it. So,
Sweet.
and again, you can bake it 350 for 45 minutes or so. 45 minutes or so.
In the
oven. Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
So
Sweet. Well, I guess this looks like the end of our video, and we will see you guys back here probably in a couple hours, because I'm going to do my deviled eggs.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. So watch out for that one, and thank you guys for coming by.
bye.